Good afternoon. Today is a Tuesday and I'm dying. And why am I dying? Because an idiot like me decided to drink loads of different types of whiskey last night. So my usual hangover cure of a lollipop is here. And I've got to go out. I didn't realise how much of a panda I looked like, and I have to leave very soon because I'm meeting someone in Rococo about a very exciting thing, which I will tell you about later, but I cannot be bothered talking right now. So it's the evening now and I can't even really tell you what I've done. I just feel, I can't get over how bad I feel. Like, it's not like the worst hangover I've ever had, but I just feel so rough and I just feel, but I have had some pretty awesome stuff happen today. So the first awesome thing that happened today was when I had to run out before, I was rushing out to go meet my friend Lee. He's a personal trainer who has started a new business in online personal training. So his hourly rates are like £30 an hour for like physical training, and he's a very good trainer, but not everyone can afford that. I know I can't. So he started an online thing, which is, it's honestly so impressive. So basically there's an app and you sign up to the app with him and you can log all your workouts and your diet and your goals there, and he helps you with your diet, he helps you with your target, calorie target. He makes a work plan, like a workout plan for you, and you can log in exactly like how much weight you should be doing and how much you actually did do and reps and sets and all that. And if you don't know what the workout is, you click on it and it shows you a video of how to do it. It's incredible. It's incredible. And like, he's on call pretty much whenever and he will get back to you ASAP if you're upset about something or confused about something. Like, I'm so excited to start this and like finally start having someone that will hold me accountable for not losing weight. And I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I'm not walking around all the time going, oh, I'm fat, but I feel it and I hate it. And if you look on Instagram, there's reasons why all the pictures are of my head because I just feel like crap recently, and when I look in the mirror I don't like what I see and I want to change it. And unfortunately it turns out I'm one of them people who can't do that right now by myself. I need help, and I finally asked for it, and I'm just so, God, I'm getting really deep about it. I just wanted to tell you the good news, but I'm just really excited about it. I'm really excited about starting the journey of it. I'm gonna put his Instagram profile link below if you want to check it out at all and see what he does, because I kind of think it's incredible, the idea. I just think it's amazing. You can check that out, that's not a problem. And if you do just happen, if you decide you want something similar and you book him, please tell him I sent you. Because I like to know that that could be mine and your good deed. And what else today? What else? Oh, right, see that? That's 16 Etsy orders. I've done that in about an hour. That's unbelievable. Like that's so quick. I've got to package everything now. But I've made everything and I'm up to date on Etsy, which I feel really good for, because I didn't think I'd get that done tonight. There were like 16 orders and I was like, I'm not gonna get them done tonight. But then I've got a hair appointment tomorrow, so I've got to get up early and I've got to be out the house. I was like, if I get these done, I can go and get that done in the morning. So I feel good about that. I feel really good about it. And I hope you feel very well. Oh, I need to do a giveaway today. What am I going to give away? I think I'm going to have to start labelling everything because I don't think I've given this away yet. So I'm going to give away, if you're into pins, who isn't these days, crazy kids and your stickers, I'm giving away my Loot Crate pin that I got in my latest Loot Crate pit box. How have I not told you the drama? So I found out Loot Crate's kind of stolen 500 quid off me, but I'll get into that in a second. A Loot Crate blade collectible pin. Yeah, I'm gonna give that away for completely free. Right, I don't know what I was filming and what I didn't film, but then I got distracted by a weird noise outside, and it's Andrew trying to get something up from behind the radiator. But anyway, what I'm giving away today is my Loot Gaming collectible pin from the latest Loot Crate box, and it's the Blade pin. Can you see it? That's what I'm giving away for completely free. All you have to comment, oh god, all you have to comment is, because even though it's Loot Gaming, it reminded me of Blade, it reminded me of the Vampire Blade, and you have to comment if you've seen the movies and which one is your favourite out of the sequel. There you go. An interesting fact, I discovered one of my very first weird fetishes slash fantasies with Blade. I was in love with Deacon Frost, the bad guy in the first thing, and I used to like fantasize about running my tongue along his teeth, but only this bit, not that bit. That was that bit. That was the important bit. Very specific detail to such fantasy. I will pick the winner within the next 24 hours, so make sure you watch these vlogs in a timely manner, people. Time is of the essence. And oh my god, right. I have such a story to tell you, and it's making me so angry. So basically, I'm gonna check if they've replied. Basically, I found out that Loot Crate has overcharged me for a bunch of sub boxes. So basically, I used to have a subscription box to the Harry Potter box. Now I got that because I was a Harry Potter fan. I could afford it at the time, and I used to be able to do YouTube videos about it. It's all well and good, that's fine. So when they did a 50% off a lot of subscription boxes, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to invest some of the money I saved up, and I was like, I'm gonna buy them, because what I can always do, because they're half price, there's YouTube videos out of every single box that arrives, because I can do an unboxing. I also can sell the items online, which I do. They're on my website, and if I just make my money back, it's fine, because I've got free content for a timely video that people search for and stuff like that. My unboxing videos don't have the best views, but they have good views, and it, like, you know, that's good. And the more you do, if people like unboxing stuff, they'll stick around for that. So I justified it in my head to, oh my goodness, get as much as I could afford, and knowing that it's a return that'll come back throughout the year. So I got 10 boxes of varying subscriptions, some as much as 6 months, some as 2 boxes, but I got quite a lot, and I was aware that I was spending quite a lot, but at the time I had the money to invest, and I did see it as an investment. It's not like I'm just buying it for, like, if I'd spent that much money on just toys for myself, then yeah, that would have been stupid. But I justified it because it was 50% off. And so I was checking over my bank statements today, and I was like, they're quite expensive outgoings to Loot Crate. And I was like, that, I don't remember spending like 120 quid on one box. I wouldn't do that. That's a lot of money. And so I checked, and they have, out of the 10 boxes I bought, only 3 have the 50% off. And all the others, including the Loot Crate DX, which is 330 quid, full price, they've charged me full price for. And I was like, what? So I went onto the Loot Crate accounts, and I downloaded all the invoices, and 3 boxes show the discount, and all the others do not show the discount. But when I bought them, the discount was applied in the checkout box. So at some point between me entering the code, it's saying it's validated, discounting it. So somewhere between me putting all that in, clicking purchase, confirm purchase, and going to the bank, they've added it, they've taken the discount off and not told me, or I don't know what they've done. And I'm getting really worried, because I emailed them being like, you've charged me a full amount for 7 boxes, and it's like 470 quid. And I'm like, no wonder, out of nowhere, if you remember, like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I'm minus 50 quid, and I didn't know why. That's why I had the money in my bank to justify that and still have money to live off. And then all of a sudden all my money was gone and I was £50 overdrawn and I wasn't quite sure why. That's why. But because obviously card payments don't go through straight away, I didn't see that. I didn't see the breakdown, or I would have noticed it even sooner. And so I've messaged them and they've got back to me, and then I've given them all the information and I haven't heard back from them yet. And I'm really worried they're going to turn around and be like, no, the discount wasn't applied. And so I'm like trying to come back with every argument I can possibly think of. Like, one, I actually emailed them at the time telling them the discount wasn't working. Now, I actually made a mistake myself. I'd put it on the wrong subscription box and that's why it wasn't applied. But me emailing shows that I was aware when the discount was and was not applied. I was aware of that. And then I read the whole small print. I realised that I'd got the right months, because they weren't doing it up to a year, but I didn't get year subscriptions. They only allowed it on certain boxes. I got all the right boxes. I'm worried they're going to say, oh, it doesn't apply to any more than 3 boxes. Why would it? That's stupid anyway. But I remember reading the small print back then and it never said that. Now, obviously that small print is gone now because it was an offer, but I found another website that is like advertising the 50% off boxes, and the small print they do show doesn't state that anywhere. Everything I did was in the right time frame. And why would I apply? And if it if they're just going to say, well, you didn't apply the discount, that's your fault. Why would I have bought 3 with the discount and 7 without? Why would I, and when all 10 were in the 50% offer? Like, I'm getting really anxious that they're not replying to me. Like, this was over 6 hours ago that they replied saying, like, give us all the information you can possibly give us. Because it's not like, we're not talking one box and it's like, oh sorry, here's your tenner back. It's, oh sorry, here's your £500 back. I'm really, like, I'm just really anxious about it. I'm really anxious they're going to argue with me on this, because there's very little evidence to back me up. Everything's circumstantial. Like, I did email to show I did discounts. It could have just, you know, really angry. Very angry. And it just wasn't worth it. I wouldn't have bought them all at full price. I couldn't afford that. Couldn't afford that. And, you know, that's half my living wage, like a month. Like that, I could live off that for 2 weeks. You know, it pays my rent for 2 months. Oh, it's so annoying. So just a little update. I did that video on Tuesday, and that was around about 10 o'clock. And that was after 6 to 7 hours of me replying to them. So it wasn't like I was still waiting for the initial reply. They'd acknowledged my case, but just said, oh, we need as much details as you can give. I gave it to them and I hadn't heard back. It's now midnight, technically Thursday, but it's Wednesday. It's the next day. I still haven't heard anything. I haven't even heard okay, we're going to look into it. I've heard nothing. When I woke up in the morning, I sent them another email just saying, I want to speak to someone. I just want to know what's going on. I explained to them that it is this amount and it's a big deal and I want to know what's going on. Nothing. I emailed them again under a separate claim, like a different claim, with all the information in one go, because maybe that email has been put to one side. Maybe they only really pay attention to the initial email. I'm not really sure. In the past, I will say they have been good at getting back to me, but they haven't, and they still haven't. They haven't got back to either claim. It does say please allow it for up to 24 hours for us to get back off your initial claim, but I haven't heard anything, and I'm now not worried that they're going to argue with me. I'm worried they're just not going to say anything, and I don't want to be that customer that makes it difficult for them. I want it resolved. I don't want to be like, make it this public thing, but at the same time, if they don't acknowledge me, I'm definitely going to use every possible way I possibly can to make it difficult for them, because they've stolen money off me. Like, if I hadn't noticed this, thank goodness that I am quite thorough with my accounts, that I double checked all this. You know, it makes so much sense, because I wouldn't have used my last 500 quid to buy all these boxes, even if they are an investment, because I would have been like, hey, I still have money that needs to go out. I used half of my savings knowing that I'd still have money to tie me over, and I can still be earning other money selling other things. But I thought overall it was a good investment. And then all of a sudden I looked into my account one day and I was minus 50 quid. And that's obviously because all the things were going, because I don't know how your bank works, but mine will say I've got so much in my bank and so much available, and that will differ if I've got